Good evening and welcome to the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavadas Gopalakrishnan. It's the first Friday after the passage of the Waqf Amendment Bill. And on expected lines, there's no end to the provocation, the dharna and the fear-mongering. From Kolkata to Ahmedabad, from Sambhal to Chennai, from Jammu to Mumbai, Muslim groups have hit the streets in defiance of the parliament. In Kolkata, armed with the anti-Waqf Bill placards and sporting black armbands, hundreds of Muslims protested and called the Waqf Amendment Bill an assault on their rights. Watch this report from the protest site in Kolkata.
A massive protest being organized here in Kolkata's Park Circus area by multiple Muslim organizations. But we can see a huge gathering over here in which SIO, including several others organizations, they have called a protest against the Waqf bill which has been passed in Parliament after following a huge debate. And what we can see, people in large number, they have gathered over here. And at this point in time, what we're also given to understand, Kolkata continue to see several rounds of protests against Waqf bill, against this bill since this bill was brought in the parliament. लगातार कोलकाता में आंदोलन हो रहा है. आज भी यहाँ पर जब बिल पारित हो चुका है, इसके बाद भी आपके संगठन और तमाम मुस्लिम अन्य संगठनों की तरफ से यहाँ पर आंदोलन की जाए. किस तरीके से आप आवाज बुलंद कर रहे हैं?
हम लोग परसों में जो पार्लियामेंट अमेंडमेंट बिल 2025 जो पास हुआ है संख्याधिक का जो संख्या के विचार से हम लोग मानते हैं ये गलत है, ये टोटली अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है, असंवैधानिक है. इसलिए हम लोग पीसफुली और डेमोक्रेटिक वे में गोटा ओवरऑल वेस्ट बंगाल में और इंडिया में हम लोग आंदोलन इसके पहले भी किए थे, बिल पेश होने के पहले भी किए थे, आज भी कर रहे हैं हम लोग.
Now, in Sambhal, the anti-Waqf lobby's intolerance was on full display, where an elderly Muslim man, Zahid Saifi, a supporter of Prime Minister Modi and the Waqf Amendment Bill, was beaten up black and blue. Why? Because he spoke out against the Waqf land loot, because he took a stand in favor of the Waqf Amendment Bill. Listen in to the accounts of Sambhal's Zahid Saifi.
ये बताइए कि क्या वजह हुई, आपके साथ क्या घटनाक्रम हुआ?
जब हम मस्जिद में से बाहर आ रहे निकल कर, जब हमसे झगड़ा हुआ इस बात को वक्फ बोर्ड को लेकर, हमारे साले साहब वक्फ बोर्ड में वाइस चेयरमैन है,
क्या नाम?
माइनॉरिटी अशफाक सैफी.
उन्होंने क्या ऐसा कुछ कहा था? क्या सरकार से जुड़ाव है उनका, आपके जो साले साहब हैं?
हाँ, मोदी के लिए भी बुरा कह रहे थे वो, योगी जी के लिए भी बुरा कह रहे थे. बोले ये तो सत्यानाश है, बोले तुम भी इनके साथ में हिंदू हो गए. मैंने भाई हिंदू ना हुआ, बिल्कुल सही हुआ है.
तो आपके साले साहब ने वक्फ के समर्थन को लेकर कुछ लिखा था सोशल मीडिया पर,
पोस्ट डाली, उस पोस्ट के चक्कर में हमसे झगड़ा हुआ है. अगर तुम्हें कुछ भी करना है तो आप आगरा जाइए, नखलऊ जाइए, उनसे बदला ले लिए, उनको गाली बके वहां जाके. भाई मेरे सामने क्यों बक रहे हो भाई गाली? वो इसी बात पर वो भिड़ गए.
तो आपका क्या स्टैंड है? ये जो कानून आया है वक्फ संशोधन बिल, आप इसका समर्थन करते हैं?
जी, हम समर्थन करते हैं, वेलकम करते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं. बहुत अच्छा सरकार ने किया है. जो लोग वक्फ बोर्ड में मजे मार रहे हैं, गेहूं बो रहे हैं, आलू बो रहे हैं, तमाम कृषि कर रहे हैं वक्फ बोर्ड की जगह पर, हमें बड़ा खुशी हुई है और हम सरकार से खुश हैं.
In Ahmedabad, two members of the Muslim community launched a protest raising slogans against the government and calling the Waqf Amendment Bill a betrayal.
यूसीसी का मामला है. यूसीसी लाने के लिए ये कहा जाता है कि सब एक मुल्क एक कानून होना चाहिए, तो आदिवासियों को अलग क्यों कर दिया?
मुसलमानों को जबरदस्ती दबा के बिल पास रात को 2 बजे पास करा. क्यों? सबके सामने बात करना था. तुम्हारे दिल में बेईमानी है, गद्दारी है, तुमने बिल पास करा. हमारा बिल पास हमको वापस दो. हमने तो मारे गए मरे खून दे जा देंगे, हम नहीं जाने देंगे. हमारे को वापस दो, हमारी खून दे जाए, जान दे देंगे.
The All India Muslim Personal Law Board has also put out its statement on this particular issue, and in fact in their letter that I'm quoting from, in its appeal to the Muslim community, has said that sacrifices are necessary to oppose the Waqf Amendment Bill that will be made, and the board will not stand alone in this fight. Entire Muslim community of India shall stand united in the cause. On the sidelines, opposition leaders from the India bloc have added fuel to the fire. Some have invoked the Shaheen Bagh protests and have also talked about challenging the bill in courts.
लड़ाई सुप्रीम कोर्ट में होनी है, लड़ाई सुप्रीम कोर्ट में होनी है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाएंगे, सुप्रीम कोर्ट से न्याय की गुहार लगाएंगे। असल लड़ाई वहां पर होनी है।
सड़क पर लड़ाई नहीं।
सड़क की लड़ाई के अलग मायने होते हैं। असल लड़ाई सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाएंगे। सिर्फ मुसलमान में नाराजगी नहीं है, देश के अंदर जो देश को चाहने वाला है हर वो व्यक्ति स्तब्ध है। ये सीधे सीधे संविधान पर चोट है।
Let's take this across to our reporters. Joining us live is Tejasri. She's at Shaheen Bagh. Yavar is in Srinagar. Ritik is in Kolkata from the spot where those protests took place. And Harish is in Supreme Court as well. Tejasri, coming to you first, what are the residents of Shaheen Bagh saying? Because there are many political parties who are saying that there will be Shaheen Bagh-like protests across the country, and we know how that matter went to Supreme Court, what the courts had to say about, blocking the passageway of others. While they have the democratic right to protest, they cannot impinge on other citizens of the country. What do the citizens of Shaheen Bagh have to say? Very quickly.
Well, absolutely. First of all, let me show you the location from where we are reporting. This is the exact spot where the Shaheen Bagh protest of the CAA took place. This is the same lane which was blocked during the CAA protest. But now you see that this entire lane is completely vacant. But we'll also speak to the residents of Shaheen Bagh. So what would you like to say on this entire Waqf Amendment bill? There is no protest in Shaheen Bagh right now.
देखिए, आप समझिए, आजादी के बाद से लगातार कई बार अमेंडमेंट हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं पहली बार हुआ है। लेकिन सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये खड़ा होता है, जो इसके ठेकेदार थे, जैसे अगर मैं बात करूं तो चेयरमैन चोर, मुतवल्ली चोर, मेंबर चोर, वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी को बेच बेच के किसने खाया है? किसी हिंदू ने थोड़े ही खाया है। हिंदू कभी चेयरमैन थोड़े ही बना है, मेंबर कोई हिंदू थोड़े ही बना है।
लेकिन अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भी गए हैं इस मामले को।
वही कह रहा हूं, उन्होंने लूट के खाया है। अगर उन्होंने गरीबों का, जिनका हक था, वो जो बेवाए औरतें थी, जो यतीम बच्चे थे, जो कमजोर तबका था, अगर उनको उनका हक मिला होता तो आज सरकार को अमेंडमेंट करने की, संशोधन करने की जरूरत ही ना पड़ती।
आपको लगता है ये संशोधन जो सरकार ने किया है वो सही किया है या गलत किया है? क्या लगता है?
देखो, सरकार, भारत सरकार जो है वो दुनिया में तीसरे नंबर की वो है, हमारी ताकत है। और सरकार जो भी काम करती है वो ऐसे नहीं करती हवा में। अगर उन्होंने कोई कानून बनाया तो पूरी सोच समझ के बनाया होगा और देश हित में होगा और जनता के हित में होगा और मुसलमानों के हित में होगा।
पूरे देश भर में कहा जा रहा था कि शाहीन बाग की तरह प्रोटेस्ट जैसे सीए के वक्त हुआ था वैसा किया जाएगा।
नहीं, यहाँ कुछ नहीं होने वाला। वैसे अफवाह फैलाओ, जो कुछ नहीं होने वाला। जो गवर्नमेंट ने किया वो सही किया मोदी जी ने।
आप इनसे अग्री करते हैं?
नहीं, वेंडलाइजिंग है। किसी और की प्रॉपर्टी पे कोई दूसरा आदमी कैसे कह रहा है कि भाई हमें इसको बांट के दे दो? वेंडलाइजिंग है दूसरे के अधिकारों की।
All right, Tejasri, thanks so much for the quick update. And in fact, let's go across very quickly to Yavar, who's joining us from Srinagar as well. Yavar, what are the citizens of Srinagar having to say? Because those in Shaheen Bagh say that they have no problem. Some of those have spoken to Tejasri as well. What are the residents of Srinagar having to say?
Well, exactly. Let's quickly take you to the local aspects, what they are thinking about this bill. In fact, we are joining some of the locals of the Kashmir Valley. सबसे पहले तो आपसे ही जानना चाहेंगे कि ये जो बिल हुई उस पर जो है फेयर मॉन्गरिंग भी काफ़ी हो रही है, खदशात भी बहुत है। तो आप इस बिल को कैसे देखते हैं? क्योंकि काफ़ी सारी जो र्यूमर्स है वो भी इस बिल को लेकर सामने आ रही है।
देखिए, इसमें सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि जहां पे खदशा हो गया लोगों को कि इस बिल में प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, वो ये है कि अगर माइनॉरिटी में है मुसलमान सारे हिंदुस्तान में, तो क्यों मुसलमानों की इस बिल पे ही गौर किया जा रहा है? बाकी मज़ाहिब भी है, उन्हें भी देखना चाहिए था, उनका भी मुहासबा करना चाहिए था। पर्टिकुलरली जो मुस्लिम्स के बारे में वक्फ बोर्ड जो है हमारा, उसके बारे में ये जो बिल पेश की गई, यही पहले शकावर बन गई। दूसरी बात यह है कि इस बिल को जो देखने वाले हैं, जिन्होंने ये मसला उठाया, उन्हें खुद वो गैर मुस्लिम है, उन्हें हमारे वक्फ बोर्ड के बारे में कोई जानकारी है ही नहीं। इस वजह से भी लोगों को ये अंदेशा है कि किसी मकसद के लिए ये सारा किया गया।
अगर हम देखें कि क्या ऐसी चीजें हैं जो आप चाहते हैं कि इस बिल में हो?
Okay, let's quickly get a word from Harish as well. Harish, the matter has reached Supreme Court as well, we are told. What are we expecting? How quickly will the hearing and unfold, and what are the issues up before the court?
Yes, that's right, Madhav. This Waqf Amendment Bill controversy has now reached the Supreme Court on expected lines, as has happened in the matters of abrogation of Article 370, the CAA, 33% women reservation bill, but the Supreme Court has never heard a challenge before it became an act. As of now, it's just a bill because it has not received the presidential assent. Yes, definitely these two are the Asaduddin Owaisi becomes the lead petitioner because he filed the petition at 10 a.m. today, followed by Mohammad Javed, the Congress MP. These petitions say that this Waqf Amendment Bill amounts to unwarranted interference into the internal affairs of the Muslim religion, and Waqf is an exclusively Islamic concept, a permanent dedication to God. It is discriminatory because it has several restrictions which are not present in the religious endowments of any other religion. It also questions the removal of work by user, also inclusion, mandatory inclusion of members of non-Muslim community in the Waqf board and also Central Waqf Council.
Okay.
And also questions the power of a government officer to decide disputes.
Well, we'll look at all those aspects and what the court has to say. But Ritik, it's ironic that while people in Kolkata have been protesting, many are invoking the CA protest that we've seen in Shaheen Bagh. But in Shaheen Bagh itself, several of those who we spoke to say that there is no such reason for protest. What were the protesters telling you in terms of the issues that they have with the bill?
But so what we can witness that, in last couple of days, multiple protests happen in Kolkata, and today's at Park Circus, it was huge, and that was, quite disrupting to the traffic movement. And let me also tell you, after some time, the media people were covering this thing. We tried to reach out to them. They were raising multiple slogans against this Waqf bill. Then they forced us to remove from that area, to go away from that area. Police were trying to manage that crowd, which was disrupting the entire communication through the Park Circus area in the city. But
well, unfortunate that they asked the media to leave, and clearly, of course, while you talk about peaceful protest in a democracy and every citizen has the right to peacefully protest, whether they have any right to ask anyone, including the media, to leave is a big question indeed. We'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us, Ritik, Harish, as well as Tejshri and Yawar. Let's quickly open this up to our guests now. Joining us now is Shishir Bajoria, BJP spokesperson. We have Anwar Manipadi, who's a former Karnataka State Minority Commission chairman. Joining us also is Sabir Ali, political analyst. We have Syed Aslam Pasha, political analyst, who's joining us as well. But I want to start first and foremost with Anwar Manipadi. Anwar Manipadi, you have put out a report of the misuse of the Waqf. You have named several powerful leaders in Karnataka. What's been the backlash and what's been the outcome of what has transpired there in Karnataka, and particularly today, after the Waqf bill has been passed by both houses of parliament? What is the response that you are getting, Anwar Manipadi?
As of now, the response I'm getting from the armed army Muslims from various places. Today I've got at least 150 calls from various Muslim people saying, now we understand what you are, sir. In fact, for last 1 year, they always come and mob me wherever I go, and they say, no, we didn't support you those days, but now we know what these people have done to our property. So they were all with me, in fact, not these people who are looters. The people who are protesting or threatening me with their consequences are the guys who are involved in this loot, embezzlement. And that day when I gave my report on 2012, I was thinking it will come out fast. But last 12 years I've been fighting through, and I won every way. I won in all the courts, including Supreme Court. We can always cite my case, but if these people go to challenge this rule,
Aslam Pasha, forget what has happened to Anwar Manipadi. It's in your state of Karnataka that all this is happening. But Zahid Saifi, if he wants to support the Prime Minister, does he not have a right to do so? That he is getting attacked in Sambal for expressing his point of view. And that's exactly what we are seeing happen in Kolkata as well, where media is asked to leave the protest. Why? If this is a peaceful protest, then why does the media have to leave, sir?
So, Madhav, is the question to me?
Yes, Syed Aslam Pasha, question to you.
First of all, when you're talking about the amendment of Waqf bill, let's talk about that. What are the repercussions and the implications which will have because of this? First of all, to begin with, I would want to say that it will have this Waqf bill will have straight impact on the Muslim community. This is directly involved to the Muslim community. The provisions in this law, this imposes the arbitrary restrictions on the Waqf properties. The Waqf properties in the name of Allah, this is belonging directly to the Muslim community. If there is any involvement from the government, the biggest joke in this decade is the BJP wants to take care of and safeguard the interests of the minority. It looks like it's the biggest joke of this decade. If the BJP is interested in safeguarding the interests of the Muslim community, they should stop this hatred which is being spread by their...
No, one second. Let me just stop you right there. End of the day, Mr. Pasha, the parliament has passed this. It is now going to be a law once the president signs this. You may have issues with BJP and that's your democratic right to disagree. My question that I asked you is, what about the strong arming, threatening, fear-mongering? Is that correct? Are you going to justify that on national television now?
Nobody is entitled or eligible to spread any strong arming, or nobody should involve in any kind of violence or threat to anybody. My simple question is the Muslim community which is getting impacted because of this amendment. The Muslim community has all the rights to protest in a peaceful way. Okay, and definitely nobody should be harmed. And if there is anything which has happened, we will definitely the law will take its own course and we will take care of the point here is...
Shishir Bajoria, is that what is happening? Are the protests happening peaceful in your view? Would you like to respond to Mr. Pasha?
Very simple. What you've shown on your channel, what has happened in Kolkata is absolutely organized. It's organized by a political party. It has nothing to do with any religion. 2026 elections are coming, and this is all in preparation of that. Muslim samuday ko bhadkao, sadak pe lao. Let me go back. Let's take the clock back a little. When Article 370 was removed, what was the thing? Khoon ki Ganga bahegi Kashmir mein. Kuch hua? 370 only protected the interest of two families. Similarly, Waqf, whatever I understand Islam, I have done some reading. I must say I'm not a Muslim, but I've done some reading. Let me tell you, this has only helped a few of the big...
All right, lost that line there. Let me quickly bring in Zahid Saifi also. Zahid Saifi, are you... sorry, we have Sabir Ali with us. Sabir Ali, elderly gentleman in Sambhal, was celebrating the Waqf bill. He is beaten up black and blue by a section of people who say that he shouldn't be supporting the Prime Minister or this bill. Now, is that freedom of expression, sir?
देखिए, सबसे पहले मैं आपको एक चीज बताऊं, कैलकाटा में जो आज प्रोटेस्ट हुआ, मैं संभल के बाद पहले कैलकाटा का बात करूंगा, क्योंकि मैं कैलकाटा से उस प्रोटेस्ट एकदम पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट हुआ। यहाँ तक कि इतने भीड़ के बीच भी जहाँ से एम्बुलेंस को भी जाने का मौका दिया गया, तो एम्बुलेंस भी भीड़ में आया, तो उस एम्बुलेंस को भी जाने के लिए मुस्लिम समुदाय और भी बहुत सारे लोग वहाँ पर सभी समुदाय के लोग थे, ज्यादातर मुसलमान थे, तो उस पर रास्ता कर दिया गया। तो एकदम पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट हुआ और कहीं कोई यहाँ पर कोई डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं हुआ, कोई रोड ब्लॉक नहीं हुआ। पार्क सर्कस 7 क्रॉसिंग है जहाँ पर सिर्फ एक साइड ब्लॉक हुआ था, पूरा रास्ता खुला हुआ था, चारों तरफ से गाड़ी जा रहा था। और दूसरी तरफ जहाँ
सर मीडिया पर्सन को वहां से हटाया गया, अभी हमारे रिपोर्टर ने कहा मीडिया पर्सन को वहां से हटने को बोला गया।
वहाँ ऐसा कोई नहीं, मैं खुद मौजूद था वहां पर ही, मैंने देखा शांतिपूर्वक हुआ और मीडिया बहुत सारा न्यूज चैनल वहां पर थे, सभी ने कवर किया।
नहीं, काफी देर तक कवर किया और आखिर मौके पे उनको वहां से हटने को बोला गया। देखिए, मैं आपसे सिर्फ इतना सवाल पूछूंगा कि जो बार बार ये राजनीतिक दल कह रहे हैं कि शाहीन बाग टाइप के प्रोटेस्ट देश भर में होंगे, क्या आप उसके समर्थन में? डू यू सपोर्ट दैट?
क्यों नहीं समर्थन करेंगे? क्योंकि ये हमारा, अगर कोई हम लोग से हमारा अधिकार छीनेगा तो भारत का संविधान ये अधिकार हम लोग को दिया है कि हम लोग...
सर कौन सा अधिकार छीना गया है? कौन सा अधिकार छीना गया, बताइए।
देश में कोई कानून, आप वक्फ जो है वो मुसलमान समुदाय का अधिकार है, हम अपना प्रॉपर्टी क्या करेंगे?
बिल्कुल, और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। सर वक्फ की तो अधिकार छीना ही नहीं है, बस उसमें ट्रांसपेरेंसी लाई गई है।
हस्तक्षेप नहीं करते। और सबसे बड़ी बात,
अनवर Manipadi, which are the rights that have been snatched with this Waqf bill? Can you tell Mr. Sabir Ali, please? Because he says that our rights are being taken away. Are the rights being taken away or are they being safeguarded, as the government says? All right, I believe we have Shishir Bajoria back with us. Shishir Bajoria, our rights are being taken away by this bill. Would you like to respond to Mr. Sabir Ali? क्या कहेंगे आप?
Yes, sir. I would like to respond. Rights have been taken away of those few, selected few who were making money on this. The average Muslim had nothing to do with it. Those who were making money in the name of religion, they are the ones who are feeling the pinch. So it was all to protect the interest of a handful of few people. How does a Waqf property be given on lease to a 5-star hotel for a princely sum of 12,000 rupees? अरे भैया कोई तो पैसा बनाया, उनका अधिकार गया है. जो अवैध ढंग से एक साधारण मुसलमान को बेच के पैसा बनाते थे, उनका अधिकार गया है. Muslim community has nothing to lose in this.
साबिर अली,
मुझे बहुत देख के खुशी हो रहा है कि मुसलमान बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता मुसलमानों के बारे में सोच रहा है, मुसलमानों के हक के बारे में सोच रहा है, जिनका मेन लॉजिक ही है देश में मुसलमानों को कैसे भारत से निकाला जाए, पाकिस्तान भेजाने की पूरी षड्यंत्र रचते हैं. और आए दिन जो लोग मुसलमानों को नमाज पढ़ने से रोक रहा है, जो लोग मुसलमानों का मस्जिदों को तोड़ रहा है, जो लोग मुसलमानों का दुकानों को तोड़ रहा है, मुसलमान दुकानदारों को दुकान बंद करवा दे रहा है, वोट लगाने के लिए बोल रहा है, क्या ऊपर से अपील कर रहा है कि अगर मुसलमान का दुकान है तो वहां से सामान न करिए. उनको आज मुसलमानों का चिंता हो रहा है. इस बात का
देखिए जहां तक मैनेजमेंट की बात है, धार्मिक बात है, certainly everyone in every community should be able to manage their own religion, but this is more administrative in nature. The religious functions are not there, is what has been stated repeatedly by the government. Anwar Manipadi, would you like to respond to Sabir Ali? Because he says that the BJP has repeatedly spoken out against Muslims about people even talk about sending them to Pakistan. Now suddenly where is this love for Muslims coming from, is the question coming in from both the panelists of the opposition. Your response?
Please let me talk. Please let me talk. I'd like to remind one thing. When 4 years ago, the CA bill came in, and the opposition, that's going to ruin. Muslims will be thrown out. They'll have no place to live in. In the last 5-6 years, has one Muslim has lost the citizenship? No. Has all those people who have spoken so bad and ill about the government, has there one case or one notice against them? No. Same way. Generally, they said, this belongs to Allah. Who says it not belongs to Allah? That's exactly what Amit Shah said yesterday. When it belongs to Allah, that doesn't mean you can loot it. In fact, there's one clear incident from 1913 to 2013, there was 18 lakh acres of land. And under the 2013, there was only 1,80,000. Where did they go? In Karnataka, 54,000 acres of land. Now there's only 25,000 acres. Where did it go? And there's 5-star hotels. We're paying a meager 12,000 rupees a month.
Saeed Aslam Pasha, respond to that. Not only, of course, is there an issue in terms of the land being misused, but also the larger question, if the revenues are steadily dropping, what explains that? Is that not because it's being diverted from the original purpose for which it was meant?
So Madhav, I have 3 important points to give it to Mr. Manapadi. First of all, because of this amendment in the bill, it will have arbitrary restrictions on the work properties and its management. Point number 1. And this undermines the religious autonomy of Muslim community. And how? I will tell you how. The amendment undermines the property rights protected under Article 300A. Mr. Manapadi, have you gone through the amendments? And the third most important point, if there is corruption involved in every possible department, when there is corruption involved, do you punish the person who's involved in corruption, or you change the entire act? This undermines the rights of the Muslim community. This is the property which belongs to the Muslims, which can be used for religious, pious and charitable purposes.
Anwar Manipadi. Anwar Manipadi. So in other words,
you asked me a question. You asked me a question. Why did the revenue dropping down? It's as simple as this. If a case is costing about 100 rupees, the Waqf board gets only 10 rupees. And 20-30 rupees goes to the people involved, the Waqf board and all the leaders and all those kind of things. And the people get, corrupt people get, the place which is worth at 100 gets it at 30-40
All right,
rupees.
we'll have to leave it there. Anwar Manipadi, I'd like to thank Shishir Bajoria as well as Sabir Ali and Saeed Aslam Pasha for joining us. Certainly the protests expected to continue. What really will we be looking at? Is it that Shaheen Bagh-like protest threat? Is that something that can be implemented on ground? Well, we are certainly watching out whether that actually takes place. For the moment, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the show this evening.